Hiya, welcome. You are watching enemy.com. We are here backstage at Opener 2018 in Poland with Trupa Trupa, local celebrities playing later on today. Is this? I mean, you're from Gdansk, just down the road. So is this your equivalent of kind of It's Coming Home?
Yeah, a bit. It's kind of 20 kilometers from the city of Gdansk. So in some way, it's one city, Gdansk, Gdynia, and Sopot. So it's kind of the festival in our neighborhood. But on the other hand, it's one of the biggest festivals in the Central Europe. So we are just lucky that we've got this kind of event such close to our house. Yeah.
Are you Opener regulars? Are you here? Have you been played quite a lot?
We are playing here. It's the third time we are playing here this evening. So yes, we are totally familiar with this festival. We enjoyed this festival, enjoyed the lineup. So yeah, the Nick Cave was great, and the Massive Attack were great. David Byrne, great lineup. The Fleet Foxes.
Yeah, the Fleet Foxes was really great show. I never seen them live, so I went there and it was just great. And just like Gregor said, all the other bands that were great. And today there's gonna be Bruno Mars, I think. So I think it will be great too.
And as you're one of few kind of international, Polish bands that have sort of broken internationally. As you've sort of built your sort of stature, have you seen sort of crazy scenes here? As you've become sort of bigger and bigger?
At the beginning, you call us local celebrities.
I know,
we don't
local,
really feel like that.
I know, but it's because you live nearby.
Yeah, but just to people that listen and watch us, no, we're not celebrities. We're just simple musicians from Gdansk, and we make our music, and we're very happy that this goes, all around the world. But we just do whatever we feel to do, and that's great.
Mm.
Yeah, but the funny thing is really that in some way our debut album was made in Great Britain in the Blue Tapes and X-Ray Records. It's a boutique label based in London. So it's strange thing that the first international steps we made not here but in Great Britain, and we are till now we are connected to this label and to the kind of the clubs as Cafe Otto or the Lexington. So we are a bit connected to other scenes as well as French music alternative scene, and yeah.
Is it kind of unusual for Polish bands to be recognized internationally?
I think that in some way you're right, but I think it's very complicated in the way that we weren't pushing so much for this international recognition in the way that this Blue Tapes label, they proposed us let's say contract, but of course it's the DIY world. But and after that it was a Headache album from 2015, and after that we had really great reviews in Los Angeles Times, in the Quiet, many places. And after that, we had a kind of a chance, and we said to each other, should we take this chance and to work in this direction or no? So we are doing it. But the very important thing is that we are really DIY in the way of thinking about the music and about the spiritual strategy. So for us, really, most important thing isn't a contact with an audience, even on a gig, but the songs, the structure of a song, composing, and the friendship inside the band. So we are not, so fascinated by the international recognition.
All right, so it's not that big a deal for you, because I mean, getting acclaim for, fantastic reviews, and like you say, in the Quietus for that second album. I mean, I thought that would have been quite a big deal.
For the first time it was a big deal, I guess. But later we had reviews in Pitchfork and in Newsweek USA, and there were really many places. But it doesn't help us in the way of composing, for example. Right. So of course we are happy in the way. Oh yeah, we are there. It's really nice. But most of the band really don't care about that. We've got a democracy structure in the way that we don't have a leader. We don't have the one who says, "All right, we are doing this, and we've got this point to go." So for us, the best thing is a very good rehearsal evening, music evening in our rehearsal room, when we will make a sketch of a new song, and we are really happy that, all right, we did that. Yeah, it's really nice. So we are happy because of all the things that are going around us. We play more shows, many international shows, as South by Southwest gig or Primavera Sound, and they were quite successful, or just successful. But on the other hand, we are going back home to Gdansk. We are in our little studio and our rather poor rehearsal room, Yeah. So it's very important to know that we are not so professional as a US or UK bands, and I think our non-professionality is working on our bonus situation.
Right. So you're almost kind of accidentally turning into Poland's biggest export.
This is what they say, and we wish it is this way, and it will be this way. But like my friend said, it's the good reviews are great. We're feeling great about this, but it's still just a review, and it drives us, like it goes on, but we just do our thing, and we try to make better songs and record new songs, and we're about to record a new album, and it doesn't really matter what kind of review we will have. We will still record the same music, and of course it's great, and people ask us about this, and people know about this, and this is why we are talking right now, because we have these great reviews. Yeah. But we still try to do our thing and not get very influenced by reviews.
Yeah.
So, well, sorry if you were...
Yeah, I just wanted to say about that for us the best situation in the future would be kind of, all right, we've got labels, because we've got French label Isidaye and British label Bull Tapes. We've got a home, we've got money for recordings, we've got a good rehearsal room, good studio, we've got good ideas for new songs, but we don't think about ourselves that, all right, maybe for a few years we'll play on the main stages, because this music isn't so its character, the character of this music doesn't. I think that it's alternative music. It's alternative guitar music, so it will not spread so much because it's kind of how many people are listening to the alternative stuff like Fugazi, for example. Of course, a lot if you will compare it to us, but it's not a huge market.
I mean, you've got sort of psychedelic elements to your music, and it's you see sort of Australian psychedelic bands are sort of up there, sort of headlining festivals. If you look at Tame Impala, people like that, people can tune into this sort of thing, and so you might be on the headline of the main stage before you know it. Yeah,
you're right about Tame Impala. We really love Tame Impala, and their example is really weird. We're really weird, but really optimistic in that way. You're right that it's psychedelic band from Australia that conquered the alternative world. Yeah, you're totally right.
What can people who haven't seen your shows, what can we expect from seeing you guys live?
Well, it will be. You're asking about the show tonight, right?
Yeah, or just generally.
Oh, just generally. Well, it is very energetic. Let's say it is just natural, because we are afraid of going professional, as you asked before, and by professional I mean doing some setups, like just acting on a stage. We just go on the stage and we play our music. So I think it's very natural, and if you come to our show, you see that we don't try to do something like pretend to be someone who we are not. We just do our music, and I think we are very natural, and this is very it's just good thing to do, not to lie in the way of like I'm someone great and stuff like that. We just do our stuff.
But of course, if someone is a good actor and he's like acting, there is no problem. If you see Nick Cave, who is very theatrical, it's totally cool. But we are not this kind of a band. For example, when we are introducing the songs, sometimes I say the song is called Snow, and it's about snow, and that's all. And the next song is called The Sky is Falling, and it's about the sky is falling. Dots. And people are fascinated. Oh right, they are so minimal. Yeah, they are so minimalistic. It's so great. So I would like to say that these shows are really specific in the way that we don't fight for attention of an audience, and very usually when we are doing something which is wrong in the normal objective world, it is a bonus situation, a plus situation for us. You know, our mistakes, many mistakes in composition or in acting on the scene, suddenly, for example, when we were playing in Texas and there were big critics as David Fricke from Rolling Stone and, you know, most important critics from US, and they were totally obsessed by this minimalistic, aggressive style of playing.
Which was just plain natural playing.
Which wasn't kind of a plan. All right, we will say that and that, so this and this. So I think we should do what are we doing now. We should be very natural, very intuitive, and we can't look at the other artists in the way, all right, we'll do that and that, maybe the people will like it. I think it will be big false situation. So we have to do our intimate Gdansk guitar songs.
And finally then, you've, certainly the Quietus review and a few other reviews mention a pretty old guitar. Tell us about the guitar. It was described as a Cyberman head on a stick by somebody, and various other different explanations of what is this thing, what's it made of?
Well, I don't know if I understand you right, but you're talking about playing again?
No, about your shape of
yeah, the shape of guitar, the physical. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So, well, our guitars are old guitars, just like you said. We don't have this super Stratocaster or something.
But you made it,
but mine guitar is I made it myself because back then I just didn't have good guitar and I wanted to try to do something which will sound originally, you know. So I just took some scrap and I made my guitar. It's like oil can with a neck of just some guitar, some random guitar and pickups, which I just went to store and I said I want this double, whatever it's called, the double pickup, but just cheap one, you know, because I don't have money. So they gave me something, and finally it came out that the sound of this guitar is great, and I will not change this guitar for I think many years. So
you hope it doesn't break.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh yeah, because it's not very solid, you know, because I made it myself and it's just few screws and this oil can, and so it might break, but yeah, but I got this flight case, the very solid flight case, which actually
it looks like a coffin, really.
It looks like a coffin, and actually it costs like 10 times more than guitar, you know. But it's because I don't want to break it.
Well, that's because the guitar costs.
Yeah, so our guitars are. We just have, everybody has like one guitar, and maybe the second guitar, which is like you know, just in case. But we don't switch guitars every song, you know. So this is
But I think that history of this guitar it's the great history of our all acting in a way that we may make something made from rather poor material in some way, but we don't have any ideology in that. We just do something because we feel it's correct, and in many cases after that people says, oh, it was revelation, it's a great idea. So we said, all right, it's all right if we are. I've got an idea about the summing up the ideology of the band, that it's good to be accepted if you don't try to be accepted. You know what I mean? And I think I hope we are a good band, and we will be good band if we will not look on the other people's expectation.
Fantastic. Trupa Trupa, thank you very much indeed. Enjoy your show tonight, and do stay tuned for enemy.com for further interviews.